Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Gim Lule and I am a cabin crew. I am going I have thought thousand times over and then only I'm making this video because I never really thought that I'll be sharing all these things. But yes, you already know from the title of this video that I'm going to talk about my experience, my interview experience, how I cleared the interview. Okay, so I will only be talking about that particular day, the interview day, because there are so much to elaborate on. So if I bring everything up, then I think I will get confused as well. So I am planning to make other videos as well in the days to come if possible. So before I really go deep into the experiences, let me just tell you first of all, it was all because God was with me. It was all because God helped me through right from the beginning when I was making the decision till now. It was all because God was with me. I could have never done it by myself, like not even a single part of it. I could have never done it by myself, and I'm so grateful to God for that. Because for me it was like this. So I just appeared my final exam, that is my BS6 semester exam, and I was so tired because obviously during the exams the stress level is totally different, and I mean it's up to that level, right? So I was so stressed, so tired after the exam, and my exam got over on 30th May, and the interview was supposed to happen on 9th of June. So I have already submitted my name, but I was still thinking, I was still skeptical about it because I had a mindset that I want to clear the interview from my first attempt itself. I don't know why, but I had that mindset. So I was thinking, and then my skin was so bad at that time. My skin, the acne and everything was like even worse than how it is right now. I think I can say that it's much better now, but yeah, at that time it was so bad that I was thinking maybe even if I clear the other rounds, I may not be able to clear because of my skin. And also I had I was not really feeling well because of the exams and everything. So I was really scared because they are very strict on your health, your skin. And so basically in aviation, for cabin crew, your outer beauty is as important as your inner beauty. The confidence that you portray outside is as important as the confidence that you possess within. I mean, everybody's beautiful. It's about how you groom yourself, how you present yourself. The interview took place in Emporium campus. Okay, so the interview was on 9th of June, right? So we had a scanning on 6th of June, which was not actually scanning or anything, but we went with our CV. So they just checked our weight, our height, and made us introduce ourselves. So that's what we did. And there was just you know, just, it did not even take time. It took like 5 minutes per person or something like that. Yes, so before I went there, I texted one of the Emporium instructor and I told him, sir, I think I would like to go for the interview the other time because I'm sure they're coming again. And because this time I am not doing well, I am not ready for it, and then my skin is also so bad right now. And then I sent him the picture of my skin, and the only thing he said was conceal it. He told me to conceal it, and I was like, okay. So I was praying about it and thinking about it. Then I was googling, like I was literally watching all the videos about the company. I was watching all the videos about the experiences that the crews were sharing in their in YouTube. And so obviously I have noted down so many things from there. But when I went for the interview, I felt like my experience was totally different from what I was noting down. My experiences was totally different from whatever I had done my research on. Yes, but it was a much more beautiful one. It was a much more better one for me personally. First round was more like an introduction where 10 girls were brought together in one room with one HR, with one interviewer, and based on our CVs, she was asking us the questions. So let me tell you, preparing your CV is very important. Making your CV attractive is very important. But when I say this, I'm not telling you to lie in your CV, because you should be so clear about whatever you are mentioning in your CV that whatever they ask you based on your CV, you should be able to answer. I mean, just prepare your CV in such a way that you will be able to answer the why, the how, the what, the when, and whatsoever. So my question, the first question was, was, okay. So the first question was, what is the meaning of your name? And that is the question that I get asked in almost every flight, because my name is, yes, it's unique. I should say it's unique. Many people find it difficult to call my name. It's Gim Lule. Many people find it difficult to pronounce my name, and so they always want to know the meaning behind it. So the meaning behind it was, it's a very long story, actually, because it has so much of the dramas that was happening in my family, in the marriage of my family, and that's how, this and that happened, and then I was named Gimnula and all those. So that was the story. But yes, so when she asked me the question, I gave a very personal answer. There were another 8 girls seated there, but yes, I just gave a very personal answer, something from my heart. And I'm telling you, my English was not the best. I was not the most confident, because the other girls were very confident as well. Their English were very good as well. They were very smart as well. They were beautiful as well. Their grooming was on point as well. But I believe it was my time. Maybe I was chosen. I was, maybe because it was meant to happen for me. But also I believe one of the main factor was because I spoke from the heart and not pretended. Like, I feel like my answer was more of something that came from the heart, that came from something that I truly felt what I was speaking, rather than a memorized answer. And yes, so I was selected. So one person was selected out of 10 girls, and I was the chosen one, and I'm so grateful to God for that. Yes, and in the second round was BMI. Yes, your height and your weight should come in a particular BMI as per recommended by the company and DGCA. So that was done. Weight and height was good, fine. Now they're checking the skin, and I was so scared. Like, I was literally praying to God. I was like, God, please help me. God, please help me, like that. And then, but I got through the skin part. Now they're checking the scars, and trust me, I tried to do my makeup as good as possible. I tried to hide the pimples as much as possible, but how much can I hide, right? But I tried my best, and that was done. And I did not know that I had a scar here, which is not really visible. I did not even know that I had it. So, but then she was literally checking. She kept looking at my finger, at my hand, like this, and I was wondering, what is she looking at? After the BMI round was the GD, the group discussion, right? So, oh my God, I'm telling you. So there are more than 300 girls. There are more than 300 girls. So once the first round is done, I am waiting for like at least 1 hour or 2 hours for my turn for the next round. So that 1 hour was the most stressful 1 hour of my life, because I'm thinking whether I'll be able to clear the next round. And I was literally just praying, and I had my friend Triola was with me. We were literally holding hands, and we were like, oh God, we were shivering, we were discussing, we were thinking whether we'll be selected or not. We were trying to be positive, we were telling each other that pari jawa, like that. And then oh my God, so I remember I even went to the washroom because I couldn't focus. I couldn't pray. I couldn't focus on my prayers because there were too many people that I went in the washroom, and I literally prayed to God. I was like, God, please let me get through this. I don't want to go for another round. I mean, I don't want to go for another interview. I want to make sure that I'm clearing in the first attempt. And I was praying to God, and yes, He helped me. So in the third in the third round, that is the GD round. So now a lot of girls were eliminated from the first round, the second round, the BMI round, and everything, right? So now it's the third round, the GD, that is the group discussion. Yes, in the group discussion, they did two things together. Okay, so what I have heard is that in a lot of interviews they have Hindi round first, then after that they do have group discussion. That's what some of my friends would say, that like that was their experiences. Some people say that, but during our time it was not like that. In that one GD, we did Hindi as well as the group discussion together. So I think that was done in order to save time, I believe. Okay, so the five of us, we were called, and my friend was in the washroom while our names were called. So they kept calling her and calling her and calling her, but she's in the washroom, right? So she cannot hear. Then we were knocking at her, and then she came out finally. Then when we entered the room, our interviewer was like, why did you make me call you for so long? And my friend said, I'm sorry, sir. And then he was like, why are you sorry? And then my friend was also like, I'm sorry because I made you wait, and she was giving her explanations like blah blah blah. And also, and after that, so this our interviewer sir, he came up with the idea that our topic will be, why do we end up saying sorry? The question was, why do we say sorry, why do we end up saying sorry even when we are not? Yes, that was the question. So that was the question, and my friends were answering, they were answering, and then finally it was my time. Trust me, for me, forgiveness, that topic was very sensitive. At the same time, that topic was very personal. Again, it was personal. So when he asked me the question, should I tell you guys my answer? Do you guys want to know my answer? I'm thinking if I should tell you. Just kidding. Okay, so my answer was, to be honest, I don't really remember the exact verbiage, like how I said the answer, because I told you it was very random. I mean, we never know what question we were about to be asked, right? So obviously, but then yes, my answer was somehow like this. I said, there are two types of forgiveness according to me. One, you forgive because a person has apologized and you felt the need to forgive, so that you can also set yourself free from guilt and from bitter feelings. But the other type of forgiveness is that you forgive even if nobody apologized to you. You forgive because you love the person and you want to reconcile with that person. And I believe that the second type of forgiveness is difficult. That is the most difficult, but it's the most genuine kind of forgiveness. And I said, I also gave an example of how I forgive somebody from my family member, because I wanted to make sure that I have a happy family. Yeah, so that is the, yeah, so let me tell you, see, the first round was also about my name. So my name had something to do with the story of my family and everything. So that is what I said. It was very personal, but I said it, a genuine answer. Number two, the BMI and everything, obviously, what can I do about it, right? But yes, it went and I was selected. Number three was this, the forgiveness, voila. So even this was very personal, but I said it anyway. And yes, I got selected. I was so happy. Then after this, we had the Hindi round. So the question that in Hindi round that they asked me was, what do you do in your free time? And then I had to explain that in Hindi. And I'm sorry, I won't be able to do it in this video. Oh my god, I'm telling you, it was very, from the starting of the day till the end of the day, my heart was beating. And even when I was selected, I was still thinking, is it really true that I'm selected? Because obviously I was like so scared. There are more than 300 girls that are coming there, like everybody's like so good. They are all well groomed, well prepared, very good in English, very good in speaking English. I'm sure most of them knows how to speak Hindi as well. But yes, and then what I have noticed is that a lot of them could not clear in that particular interview. And yes, I could see that they were very sad. But I have seen many of them who were not selected on the first, like during my time, was selected the second time or the third time, or maybe in the other airlines. And then, like, see, so this is something that we should learn from. Like, just because you don't get through in the first interview does not mean you are not meant for this job. Maybe it means that there are certain things that you need to learn from this interview and apply for it, so that you can get into better airline or a bigger airline. We never know, right? So don't take the failures to your heart and be bitter on yourself, beat up yourself and say, I'm never going to try again. No, you are going to try again, even if you don't clear this time, because you are not going to give up. I'm telling you, you will not give up, because there are, if this does not work out, the other is surely going to work out. I'm telling you, every experiences never goes in waste. Not one experience goes in waste. And when I say that I cleared the interview from my first attempt, I don't take pride in it, but I am humbled and so grateful to God, because because before I tried into aviations, so for people who knows me from before, you know that I was actively participated in pageants and modeling and all those things. So a lot of time, yes, I made it and I won a lot of titles, but there are so many things that I failed again and again and again, so many times. And then I will come back home, cry, tell my parents like, oh, these people are not taking me and all this, and I'll be like so sad about it. But like, if I never really took part in all of those opportunities that I got, be it small or big, I don't think I would have had so much of confidence to speak my heart out in an interview that I went last year. Yeah, because it helped me a lot my personal growth. It helped me a lot in my personal growth, even though I did not win those certain pageants and did not get through those certain modeling, I don't know, whatever. But yes, but still those platforms gave me the strength to work harder on myself and to try harder, and that's why I was able to do it. I was able to speak without feeling scared. I was able to speak my heart out. I'm like, when you put your plans in God's hand, God never let your prayers go unheard. This is what I believe. Like, he may not answer your prayers the way you want him to answer, but he always makes sure that the prayers that he answer is in a much better way. I mean, obviously, why not? He is God and you are just a human. I am just a human. My prayer may not work exactly as I pray, but it is always better. Always, 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 and always better. Maybe even the best. So yes, girls, all the best for your interview. I hope you get a little glimpse of how interview goes. And I'm telling you, there are so many YouTube videos that the crews are sharing about their experiences. Please watch them. Please watch them, because they share in such clarity, and in so much of detail that you will learn so much from them. And I am just starting and I don't know how I share it, but I believe it helps a little bit as well. Please let me know if you guys are going for the interview, or if you guys cleared the interview, or even if you couldn't, just let's keep in touch, right? my instagram my Instagram DMs are always open for girls. Boys, to be honest, I don't. Yeah, okay, whatever. But then, girls, my DMs are always open for you guys. And I know I cannot always reply to each of you personally, and which is why I have highlights which I have kept for the Q&A regarding this particular job, and so you can go through that as well. Apart from that, if you have any doubts and questions, you can always DM me and I will answer you or reply to you when I have time. A lot of time I get too tired from flight and everything. So yes, a lot of time I missed out on a lot of messages. So what I suggest is Google. You have a cell phone, right? So every information is available in Google, in YouTube. Please go through that. And apart from that, the whatever you cannot find on Google and YouTube, if you want to know more, you can DM me and I will share whatever I can share, because there are so many security reasons and there are so many restrictions from the company as well, which we are not supposed to share, and those are the things that I will keep it to myself. But yes, as far as I can, I will help you guys. So all the best for whatever interviews that you have. I hope to see you all on board. Feel free to tell in the comments if you cleared the interviews. Okay, bye.